What's going on, guys? Today we're talking about the top 5 myths that you still believe about selling on Amazon. And the sad part is so many people believe these and so many people skip out on taking action and actually starting an Amazon business because of these myths they believe, when in reality there's a lot of ways around these, or some of them just are blatantly wrong. So I'm gonna go over the top 5 and hopefully you guys don't believe any of these, but if you do, hopefully I can change your opinion and show you why they're not true or how you can get around them. So the first myth is that you need a large budget to start Amazon. While you do need a little bit of money, you do not need a large budget by any means. I see people all the time commenting, oh, you need like $10,000 to start Amazon, you need $5,000. I personally started with $1,200. I know tons of people have started with $600, $700, $800. Now, you could, in actuality, start with $100, but that is not what you want to do. That's not optimal. And the reason you need some money to initially begin is for your inventory. With Amazon FBA, you do need some inventory, and normally the optimal rate is usually, it will depend how fast the product's selling, but 200 to 500 units for your first order. Now, if we were to go order 50 units, and let's say it takes 2 weeks for our supplier to make the product and then 2 weeks for them to ship it and send it to Amazon, so 1 month in total. If you order 50 units and you start selling 10 a day, you have 5 days of inventory. You're gonna sell out and it's gonna take you another month to get more inventory in, and your rank is gonna drop, because when you're getting a lot of sales, your rank goes up on Amazon. If you stop getting those sales, your rank will start to drop. So we do not wanna run out of inventory, which is why a lot of people believe this myth. But if you order 200 units, you get some orders, you get that capital from Amazon, you can order again in time. Unless, of course, you're selling some crazy amount, like 50 a day, but right out of the box, normally you'll sell 3 to 5 a day for usually the first week, 2-3 weeks, and then you'll slowly increase as your rank gets up higher. So it will depend a lot on the product as well. Is it an expensive product? Is it a product where you can buy it for $5 a unit, or are you buying it for 50 cents a unit? Obviously, if you're doing a product that sells for $40 and costs you $7, you order 100 units, that's 700 bucks. So it will depend on the product as well. But you don't need a huge budget. You don't need a ton for advertising either. Usually I say a comfortable amount is anywhere from $700 to $1,500, and I wouldn't really do more than $1,500 for your first order, just because it is your first time, you're learning, you might make mistakes. And like I said, for advertising, if you launch correctly, you should not have to run a ton of ads, and they should be profitable pretty quickly on Amazon because they're very simple to do. So no, you don't need a huge budget to actually begin Amazon. Now, myth number 2. Myth number 2 is that you need to be creative and create an entirely new product. And that can't be farther from the truth. A lot of people think they need to go invent some new product that doesn't already exist and that everything's taken. While some products can be patented, which means you're not allowed to sell certain designs or whatnot, a lot of products had patents that have already expired. Patents don't last forever. So a lot of these patents for things like a Frisbee, they're created 100 years ago. They're not still active. You're allowed to sell items like that. So if the patent has expired, you can sell them. You don't need to go create a brand new product that doesn't exist. You can sell anything pretty much that is not patented, not trademarked, and make it your own, put your own brand name on it, and sell it on Amazon. And that's essentially what we're doing. It's called private labeling, which is just putting your name, your business's name on a certain product, claiming it as your own and selling it through Amazon. Now, you don't need to go create molds for a new product, come up with a great idea, patent it. There's so many products that you can sell that are out there that aren't patented, that aren't too competitive, and you just don't need to create anything. You just need to see what is selling well, what's working, check if it has a patent, obviously, and go from there. It's just looking at the numbers. You don't have to be super creative and go solve a bunch of people's problems by creating a whole new product. Number 3 is probably the most common one, and that is Amazon is too competitive. Amazon's saturated. Everyone sells on Amazon. While there have been more sellers coming on Amazon, Amazon's also been growing. So at the rate Amazon's growing, so if you total the amount of sales on Amazon and you total the number of sellers, Over the last 4 years, every single year, it has gotten less competitive to sell because there are more sales on Amazon per seller than there was last year, the year before that. So the average order per seller on Amazon has increased. Hence, it is actually less competitive. And one thing a lot of people don't take into consideration is if you just started learning about Amazon, start hearing about it, you're gonna start seeing it everywhere because that's how ads work. That's how Google works. If you Google one thing about Amazon, you're probably gonna see ads about starting Amazon. You're gonna see more relevant YouTube videos, and pretty much any content you look at will be more tailored to that. Same if you were searching dog items a ton, you're gonna start seeing ads about that, YouTube videos about that. Google and YouTube are smart and know what to put in front of you, so it's gonna look like, oh, look at all these people talking about it, it must be really competitive. And that's what I initially thought 3 years ago when I started, but those people have been there. You just start to notice them more because of looking up that information, starting to see it more. It's gonna be pushed towards you more as well. But like I said, there's so many products still out there. There's always new products coming in and out. It'll never be too competitive. And for the people that say it is too competitive, it's usually they just want a quick way to make money and don't want to have to work at all. There needs to be competition. You need to be able to beat out one of your competitors. Some of them are terrible and you should be able to beat them. Others will be good sellers. So there needs to be some competition. Otherwise, everyone would just be selling it. If you just list a product, that's all. Now, sometimes you can list a product and it will just sell if you get lucky, but there's a lot behind it when it comes to looking at the numbers, analyzing what products are good. And it doesn't matter if there's 1,000 people selling it. If I can sell it better and I know how to rank, I will still outsell them. So you need to be able to educate yourself more than other sellers and know the game better. And that comes with time and doing it, and also just learning and adapting to what changed. But I don't care if there's 10,000 people selling something or 2 people. I can outrank them with my knowledge and just the experience from doing it. And that kind of ties in with myth number 4, is kind of the opposite side of the spectrum. You just launch a product, it'll automatically start selling. A lot of people start that. They won't get any reviews on their product. They won't run any Amazon ads or pay-per-click. And they're like, why is my product not selling? I'm selling like 1 a day and I've been selling for a week. And I'll say, do you have reviews? Are you running ads? They'll be like, no, but I listed it. Well, it's not that easy. Obviously, if it was as easy as just listing a product, there would be tons of people making tons of money on Amazon. Nothing is that simple where you just do it and you get results. You will have to overcome certain things. You have to test out certain things. There will be certain strategies you have to use and adjust. There's never gonna be one single thing that will work on every single product. It's always slightly different on the niche, depending on the product. And it's not just as easy as listing it and will sell. Have I had a product where I just listed it and it sold? Yes, but that is pretty rare, and you will need to be able to create that strategy and know what to do. If you're trying to start a product right now and you don't have any reviews, you're not gonna get any sales. If you're not running ads or you don't have a launch strategy, you're not gonna get any sales. And to add to that also, product research is by far the most important aspect of selling on Amazon. And if you do that part correctly, can you list the product and it'll usually just sell? Yeah, it'll sell a little bit normally if you choose the right product, because of we're looking at the competition and the sales and whatnot. But if you choose the wrong product and do everything else right, you still won't really succeed with that because it is just not the right product. But if you choose the right product and you're bad at everything else, it's usually okay and you can still get some decent sales. But if you really want to capitalize on it, you still have to do all those other things. And myth number 5 is that you need to spend thousands on ads and be really good with Facebook ads to succeed on Amazon. And that can't be farther from the truth. I've had products where I don't run ads at all, and that one product has made me over $20,000 a month in profit, not in sales, in profit alone. Now, again, is that the case with all of them? No, you should be running ads, but you can start with $5 a day spending on Amazon ads, and usually that will be, let's say you spend $5, you get $4 back for a week. So you lose a little bit of money, you change the ads because you see what's working, what's not, you optimize it, and usually it's profitable pretty quick because Amazon ads are very simple. You bid on a keyword, that's all. So you don't need to come in and start with $5,000 for ads and $5,000 for a product. Now, the time when you would need to do that is if you're trying to rank an extremely, extremely competitive product, like if you're trying to sell yoga pants or a yoga mat or fitness gear, anything that's super, super competitive. you would probably need to spend tens of thousands of dollars to rank it. But that's not the strategy I teach. I teach how to find the right products that aren't too competitive but still get a good amount of sales, where you can go in and rank yourself without having to spend thousands on ads in order to do that. Now, you might eventually start spending $1,000 on ads, but if you're spending thousands on ads, you're getting tens of thousands back in profit. Otherwise, you would not be spending that much on ads. Anyone who goes and just starts spending thousands on ads, that is kind of the dumbest thing you can do. You want to slowly scale your ads and make sure they're optimized and they're profitable. Otherwise, you just stop spending, you lost a tiny bit testing these, you got the data, and you can try another set of ads. But you don't have to run Facebook ads at all if you don't want to. I personally do. But Amazon ads, very simple. Again, it's a great way to launch your product as well, and to, let's say you're getting 5 sales a day, it's a good way to bump it up to 10 if you can rank for the right keywords. So those are the top 5 myths I always hear about selling on Amazon. I hope I could clear up the air for you guys, and hopefully if you believe some of them, now you can kind of understand the thinking of why they're not entirely true. Down in the description, I'm gonna leave a link to my free Amazon training. It'll teach you the basics. It's a little mini course on how you can start selling on Amazon, find the right products, create the listing, run the ads and whatnot. So if you guys want that, it's completely free. It's down, it's the first link in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video.